Entertainment, number 1.
Mr.G, 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 he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr.G, 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 he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Americana writer, Gonzo Education. I met him while streaming on a Hawaiian vacation. Unworn white Levi's were covering his femur until he covered them with coffee and creamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, 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 he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, 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 Mr. G. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Americana writer, Gonzo Education. I met him while streaming on a Hawaiian vacation. Unworn white Levi's were covering his femur until he covered them with coffee and creamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, 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 Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, 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 Mr. G.
Hi, I'm Mr. G. Welcome to my class.
Shameless famous Mr. G. DG, WTF, ha.
I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. I'm feeling good. Just fine. You know. Okay, so let's get the Mozart going. We got a wonderful class today. Today's Science Thursday, as you guys might be aware. And today we're going to be learning about the first ever interstellar object ever to enter our solar system. That's what interstellar means. It means from out of the solar system. Now, does anybody know what the name of that object is? Now, also, first off, let's put on today's date. Okay, class? So, I'll look for my crayons. My adult crayons. Hey, Mrs. J. I think we'll go with pink this month. So let's make a October 1, 0. And then today is the first. So we'll just put 0. Okay. Hey, that's enough of you, Mr. Miller. Don't start. It's a long class. If I've heard your anus once, I've heard your anus a million times, okay? I don't need any more anus jokes. We're not learning about your anus today, or Pluto, or Neptune either. We're learning about, but that was a good guess, Mr. Miller, that was a good guess. We're learning about Oumuamua. I'll write it on the whiteboard in a second here. Let me just write today's date, which is October 1st, 2020, right? I hope everybody, got all their bills paid and everything. It's the first of the month for all you Bone Thugs and Harmony fans, huh? Mr. G's hip. It's the first of the month. Vote for Biden. It's the first of the month. Okay, today's October. Oh no, I love one my G. Oh. October 1st, 2020. Hey Lita, aloha. Aloha Lita. I'm drinking another guarana drink today. Seamus. So I, instead of taking a break in the middle of class and going and getting a drink, I decided to bring it with me. Today I brought, again, the guarana drink. I get these delivered from Brazil. That's a country. That's this yellow country right here. I still need my pointer if you talk to JR, but I need a break from JR. I know we only worked with him once, but so many things are missing and stuff. Like, I'm just saying, this is Brazil. This is where this drink is from. It says, in the midst of the rainforest grows an exotic berry called guarana. I guess that's the berry on the can there. That bears the soul and spirits of the land and people. Take your first sip, and you'll discover my flavor unlike anything else, as unique as we are. Official sponsor of Brazil football team. So let's take a sip here in a second. Let's do some teaching first. Let me fix the kite, as they say in Hawaii. Alright, I don't think he did take anything either, Cody, you're right. But I think he maybe tainted my contacts and possibly the laundry detergent. Hey Nessa.
What does it taste like?
Well, I'll give you, it tastes like if you were to describe Coca-Cola. Like, it's really hard to describe. I tried to describe this for my imaginary friends yesterday, but I couldn't. Once again, I got a great gift from a great friend yesterday, a real friend, and that is from Bella. Sent me this awesome apple, which matches the classroom
Mrs. J, the mermaid, pay their letter underscore Emma.
perfectly.
Growing heart. 3 elements. You can send Mr. G all his cats, letters, and packages. PO Box 37,305 Honolulu, Hawaii, 96837.
Hey Nessa.
DKL, hello peeps.
Hey Mickey KL. I'm gonna call roll real quick, guys. I'm only gonna say most of the names once, if not twice.
Mr. J, the mermaid, hi Mikey.
And I will put a mark. If you don't hear your name called, send me a direct message after class, and I'll make sure to put you on the roll so you can get credit for being here. Okay? Alright, first up, Ashmods. Ashmods, no. Glass C, no. Sean Ryder, Thorax. Nessa is here.
Hi, Nessa.
Super Roofa is here. Big Block, Big Block, Big Block, Big Block, where you at? Big Block. Big Block left me. He abandoned me. He blocked me on Twitter.
Hi, Cody.
Big Block, if you're watching, if I did or said anything to upset or offend you, I apologize, Big Block. I apologize, Big Block.
WTF.
I need your help, Big Block. We need you, Big Block. We need you, Big Block. You see this? You see this timer right here, Big Block? This is how much longer until you get to class, Big Block. We need you, Big Block. We need you. Is that Bella?
Mrs. J, the mermaid, good idea. Currently Jack heard about him.
Okay, continuing with the roll. Master Dan is here. Mrs. J is here. Uncle Meats. Uncle Meats? No? Lita is here. Cody is here. Bella Smiles. Is Bella here? Bella is the one who got me this beautiful apple here, and as well as some cat treats. Well, I'll show you the cat treats in a little while. Thank you once again, Bella. Jimmy 54. Jimmy 54. No, JT. Wyatt is here. Mazza. Detroit, Michigan. Maze Jordan. Break the Cycle. Big Jim's wifey. Mikey Decal. Mikey is here. Mikey Decal is here. Milkcap, I thought I heard you come in, right, Milkcap? XFS. Cletus. Crazy motherfucker killer. It's part of my word. That's his name. Crazy motherfucking killer. Tech 1. Tech 2. I'm just kidding. It's Tech 1. Kramer. Dabzilla. Do we have a Dab and do we have a Zilla? Dabzilla. Okay. Little Bat. Dave London. I heard Dave London. Mikey DKL is here. Dave London. Dave London. Stinky Pinky. Peaceful Pyro. Mr. Nicotino. Tatted Up Man. Samantha Sweetheart. Super Roofer is here. Flowers in her hair. Easy Funshine. Oh, Brogan Lovett. Chris Jackson. Death Valley Debbie. Cloud Gangster. Manua. Wait, why can't I ever pronounce this guy's name? Today's lecture is Oumuamua. Oumuamua here. Oumuamua usually has good attendance. If you're ever going to day not to miss class, Oumuamua, it's today. Because today's lecture, it's about Oumuamua. And that's his name. Or her name. RDW3. Georgina from Europe. No. 7. Helica. Pensacola. Pistol Pete. Renee Russo. Cutie Russo. Same girl. Dave London is here. Glass C. Willie Tao, Charles Bukowski, or Loser Zero. Has anybody seen those three stooges? Willie, Charlie, and Loser Zero. I haven't seen those guys in ages. Where are they? Their summer vacation's going extra long. They're probably in Tijuana, the Donkey Show. GoPro Creations. OT. Jean-Philippe LeBlanc. Ginny Lee. I'm sorry you lost your mod now. You haven't been in class forever, so you're no longer a mod. Mike Jetson. No. Apartment 420. No. Apartment 420. Seamus Davis is here, aka 4chan. Ruthless JJ. 10 is not my lucky number. Johan Batista, Tabby Lynn, Smoking Loud, watching you. Rowan 77, Russ Anderson, Rami, Seamus Davis, So Vain 329, Little Lemon, Tommy Road, Blooper, Torper 21, and Mary Cook more. Okay, thanks for all the new subscribers. I appreciate all of you from the bottom of my fucking heart. Today's class. we're going to be learning about the first ever interstellar object ever to enter the United States, the solar system. Nicotino's here. Imagine not smoking weed in the baseball field. That's some good guarana. Okay,
I subscribe to Mr.G YouTube.
Thank you, Mr. Nicotino. Thank you, Milk Cap. Don't forget to tell your friends and family. Well, maybe not necessarily your family, but your friends are okay. No family. Okay, guys. Today, you can tell your family. We're cutting it. We're PG now. Today, we're going to be learning about the first ever interstellar object. And its name is, I hope I got room. I hope I spell it right. Oumuamua. It's a Hawaiian word. Oumuamua. Now, class, I want you to pronounce this with me. Alright, everybody on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oumuamua. I didn't hear you guys. Louder, okay? Especially you kids in the back. Oumuamua. Come on, guys. Come on. Pay attention here. Come on. We meet one day a week. I'm not asking for much, okay, class? Try it again. Eyes. Oumuamua. Okay. Maza, Nessa, come on, you guys are gonna all say it together. On 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. On 3 though. 1, 2, 3. Oumuamua. One. That was pretty good, but one more time. I can't hear the kids in the back. I can't hear the back row there. 1, 2, 3. Oumuamua. Okay, one more time for good luck's sake. 1, 2, 3. Oumuamua. All right, that was good. That was good. Now this is a Hawaiian word. It's because the actual object. I'll show you a picture of it. This is Oumuamua right here. Oumuamua was discovered on the island of Maui, on the mountain of Halikala, at the observatory over there. And to put things in perspective, this is what Oumuamua would look like next to the Empire State Building. That's what it looks like. That's a close-up of it. It's got aliens in it. Okay, class. So, Oumuamua is the first ever interstellar object, and it was named. It has a Hawaiian name due to where it was found, or where it was located, or where it was discovered. And that's at the telescope on Maui, which is an island right near here. Oumuamua means, in Hawaiian, messenger from afar, traveling fast. Okay, I don't know why I did that. But anyways, it means a messenger from afar, traveling fast. Now, by the time they caught... Nessa, don't make me get the paddle. Okay, let's not talk about that. Now I got all awkward for the rest of the class. Okay, back to the subject again. So Oumuamua is the first ever interstellar... Ow, I hurt my finger. Okay, Oumuamua is the first ever interstellar object. That means it came from outside the solar system. I caught it, see? Alright, now the solar system, what's in the middle of the solar system? The sun, right? Everybody knows what the sun is, right? And what and everything goes around the sun, right? And then what is that called? That's called an orbit, right? Now, there's two kinds of orbits that we're familiar with. The elliptical orbit and the circular orbit. Okay, come over here to the board, because I don't want to waste too much on the... let's go over to the blackboard again. Okay.
Thumbs up, donate to Mr.G with text to speech. Thumbs up page TTS
So there's two kinds of orbits, class. Or there's three kinds of orbits that we're going to go over right now. What was that, guys? Class.
Lesser underscore Ramo. Mr.G always abusive. That boy magic. And over fresh mint tongue. That boy magic. Answer is scoreboard.
Class, need your attention here. Okay, so there's two kinds of orbits that we're generally familiar with. And that's elliptical orbit and circular orbit. So I'm going to write orbits right here. Okay, there's the elliptical, which is a longer than the circular. And then there's the circular orbit.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Okay, so there's two kind of orbits, guys. There's the elliptical and the circular. Now, the thing is about Oumuamua,
Problem, Mr.G, what's your age?
I'm 40 years old. Or no, I'm 41 now, actually. So the thing is about Oumuamua is it doesn't have an elliptical orbit or a circular orbit. Why?
23.
Because it's from outside of the solar system. See, both the elliptical and the circular, they both orbit the same thing. They both orbit the sun, right? That's because they're from this solar system. A good example of an elliptical orbit would be, an elliptical orbit is a long orbit, right? So I'm going to draw an elliptical orbit. So an elliptical orbit isn't a circle, right? It has a long ways to travel. An example of elliptical orbit would be Halley's Comet.
Lesser underscore Ramo. Eva is a really beautiful woman, Mr.G.
All right, that's an example of an elliptical orbit, Halley's Comet. A circular orbit is quicker. So an elliptical orbit would Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet comes by once every 79 years or something like that, right? So it takes Halley's Comet a while to go, like this is the sun right here. All right, the sun is right here, and Halley's Comet, you know, it takes it a while for it to go all the way around, right? Like 79 years, right? But the Earth, there's the sun. The Earth is a more circular orbit, not an elliptical orbit. So the Earth's orbit doesn't take as long. And Earth orbits the sun every 365 days. Okay? Now, so these two kinds of orbit, these are all interstellar, or these are all orbits from this solar system. Elliptical orbits and circular orbits. Oumuamua, it doesn't follow any of these orbits. Because why? Because Oumuamua isn't a circular orbit, and it isn't even an elliptical orbit.
Lesser underscore Ramo. You forgot to make it fast, Mr.G.
Oumuamua
Nightbot, send packages of nice things to Mr.G.
is what you would call a hyperbolic.
96837. Stream elements. Thumbs up, donate to Mr.G with text to speech.
Hyperbolic orbit. Now a hyperbolic orbit doesn't go orbit the sun. It has nothing to do with the sun. The hyperbolic orbit is larger than the sun. So Oumuamua, it was just passing through the galaxy. Just a passing guess. The only object that we've ever discovered that's ever been detected that's come from outside of the solar system. Yeah, and I look damn good for 41 too.
TTS na TTS kanino. Wireless entertainment. Oumuamua is a scout ship. The invasion is very soon.
Now, Oumuamua, it's not just interesting because it's the first ever interstellar object. It's not just interesting because it's the first ever object we've ever seen with a hyperbolic orbit. You know, something that doesn't orbit the sun. There's more strange characteristics to Oumuamua. Let me get another picture.
That boy magic. Smell good too. Mr.G from the Mermaid Ocean. Good to see you.
So Oumuamua, it could be ancient. It's determined that it came from another star system over 1 million years ago. And its unusual shape and origin says it's been traveling for a while. It's comparable to what you would see with a bar of soap. So over time, a bar of soap, you know, it's a certain size and a certain way. But after you use the soap over and over time, even if you don't use the soap, even if it's just soap just sits there, it eventually cakes away and traveling at the speed that Oumuamua was traveling on, it eventually took on the shape of an elongated cigar. Now, like I said, there are some more interesting characteristics that make this the most fascinating object ever to enter our solar system. For one thing is, it was initially thought that Oumuamua was a comet. After a month of study, they realized that it didn't have a tail like a comet, and it didn't act as a comet. Specifically, it did not use the gravitational pull of the sun like every other comet or asteroid before it. Oumuamua traveled with its own, it didn't use any gravitational speed. It accelerated when it entered the solar system, and it decelerated as it came close to Earth before re-accelerating as it was leaving Earth, or in the solar system, as it was heading out of the solar system. So that's one of the most fascinating things about Oumuamua, is nobody can actually determine why or how it was able to accelerate when it entered the solar system, and it was able to de-accelerate as it was passing near Earth, and then it was accelerated again as it was leaving Earth. Now, one explanation is they did the mathematics, because science and astronomy is big on math. So they did the math, and they determined that it is possible that it was creating this energy not from gravitational pull like comets and asteroids would have, but it was obtaining this energy from the solar power of the sun, and it would and they did the determinations, and it would make somewhat sense that that's where it was coming from. However, there's no inorganic, unnatural object that just harnesses energy, solar energy from the sun. So even if that was the case, then that would mean that Oumuamua is an artificial alien spacecraft. If that was the case. See, they're trying to narrow it down. They don't want to say that it's aliens, you know? But the thing is, every explanation that they're coming up with, you know, leads to some artificial source. Okay, the other explanation is 1 million years ago they determined that it came from a particular star source. I don't know which, it's not on the top of my head which star source it came from, but to put that in perspective, that was 1 million years ago. And they don't think it came from that star source because of the way that it was traveling, the speed that it was traveling. They think it was just visiting that star source. Now, I do know, as Oumuamua is heading out of the solar system, it's heading towards another star system to apparently observe it, to the Pegasus star system. And, you know, that's pretty amazing. The one thing that's gotten a lot of traction with this is, like I said, it was discovered at the University of Hawaii, Maui, and then that's where it got its name, Oumuamua. But within the last few years... yeah, it didn't need the gravitational pull of the sun or Jupiter. It seemed to act on its own gravity, or not its own gravity, on its own
Mark Miller, the Nessa.
source. One thing is, Harvard scientists, they've tried over and over to come with a conclusion, and Harvard scientists, they've created a lot of speculation recently because they actually think the most likely scenario is that it is
Mr.G, the mermaid, it's a moo-moo.
it is an
Mark Miller,
alien.
you're coming up for air.
It is an alien. Okay, so you know, I don't understand. Mark Miller, you got me all thrown off. What are you doing? Something like that. Okay. So, they think Oumuamua is possibly from outside of the solar system. And it's heading towards a new star system, the Pegasus star system. Now, there is a series of next generation telescopes that are going to be able to study objects similar to Oumuamua. So Oumuamua was the very first interstellar object ever discovered. Like I said, it's about the size of the Empire State Building, which is relatively small considering, you know, how vast objects in space are. But there are computer simulations.
It's probably self-sustaining and doesn't have a home planet.
Computer simulations are predicting that there's more of these, because the odds that we would have just discovered this with its size, it being so small. And once again, it was so small, by the time it was discovered, it was heading out of the solar system. A lot of people ask, well, they're like, well, we have the technology, can't we send a space probe, land on it, and see what it is exactly? And yes, that's right, we do have the technology. However, it's not, Oumuamua is not going to slow down for mankind. Well, maybe it will if it is an alien spacecraft. But at the rate of speed that it's going, to be able to catch up with Oumuamua, with the technology and the rockets that we have now, we would only be able to catch up with it within the outer skirts of the solar system, over in Pluto
What did Junior do to contacts?
and Uranus.
Thumbs up donates to Mr.G with text-to-speech. Thumbs up page https://streamelements.com/streamelements/tip. Uncle Meat Oxamaxo.
Hey, Uncle Meat, welcome. So, Oumuamua, like I said, it has a hyperbolic orbit. It's the first ever objects discovered from out of this universe. However, computer simulations determine that there must be more of these. It could be rocks thrown by aliens. You know, it could be a space capsule. There's many different ideas. You know, the logical explanation is, and scientists consider, despite the studies at Harvard University,
Uncle Meat likes to death. I'm a Joey.
most scientists are saying you don't want to rush to conclusion that it's aliens, because odds are that it's not aliens. So I kind of agree with that with Oumuamua. Well, actually, I don't really. I'm just on the fence. I hope that it's aliens. I think that it is aliens, actually, but you know.
We should throw X at it.
But yeah, there will be other objects, and we don't know if they're going to look similar to Oumuamua. But what they're doing is they're planning on being ready and having a spacecraft ready. So when the next object like Oumuamua enters the solar system, then they'll be able to send a space probe and intercept it while it's in the vicinity of Earth. So, with that being said, we're still learning about Oumuamua here today on Science Thursday. If you haven't liked the stream already, if you're not subscribed to my channel, do so right now. And I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Okay?
Wired entertainment, DID, and TV.
So, Oumuamua, what we learned in the last 20 minutes, we learned about orbits. Everything in this solar system has either an elliptical or a circular orbit. Anything that comes from out of the solar system has a hyperbolic orbit. Now, Oumuamua, with its hyperbolic orbit, it could have been swallowed up by Jupiter's gravitational pull or by the sun's gravitational pull. That's where a lot of comets, you know, come from and stuff. But we don't know. So there's two types of orbits. There's the elliptical orbit and the circular orbit. And things that are from this solar system, they have these two type of orbits. An example of a circular orbit would be the Earth down there at the bottom. And that rotates around the Earth in a circular motion, and a circular pattern. An example of an elliptical orbit would be Halley's Comet. And as you can see, it takes Halley's Comet a lot longer to go around the sun than it does the Earth, right? Now, Oumuamua has a hyperbolic orbit. Now, that's totally different from an elliptical orbit or a circular orbit. Okay, so we're not only just learning about science today, class, we're also learning about future exploration. So in the future, you know, most of you are probably younger than me. So some point in your life, you will hear stories about objects similar to Oumuamua that don't have an elliptical orbit and that don't have a circular orbit. Hey, tat it up, man. And then you won't remember where you learned it, but you'll be able to know, like, oh, it must be from out of this galaxy, so it has a hyperbolic orbit. All right, class. So now for the media portion of the lesson, I'm going to have Neil deGrasse Tyson give his opinion on Oumuamua. Okay? So let me put that on right now. So this is Neil deGrasse Tyson on a talk show talking about Oumuamua.
Something smaller in a way, but
Sure.
but in sort of mentally, another thing that will keep you up at night and kind of make your brain explode is
You know, I'm scared when you pull stuff out.
like this. Oh, you know this is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so recently into our solar system, above the what's called the plane of the ecliptic.
Sure.
Okay, where the planets go around.
Yeah.
From above or below or whatever,
Yeah.
off the axis of where the planets go
If
around.
the planets all do this around the sun.
This thing came from deep space, not in our system, not from your Oort cloud or your
First
Kuiper belt.
time ever, an object from interstellar space has been observed to visit our solar system.
Now this thing's got to be like a ship, right? That looks too much like a spaceship.
This is not a photograph.
What?
This is an artist's rendering. We know it's elongated. I don't believe this is just.
You don't get to take. What about that? What about that one right there? You hold it whatever you want.
You got people.
You
got
got
people.
I got people.
You got
I get
people.
that.
So,
okay, but it looked like that.
It's no. So
What do you say? It was elongated.
I'm just saying.
This,
Cigars don't come journeying into solar system. So
which is why it has to be an alien
this is a
spaceship.
Cohiba cigar.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
asteroids, we know,
Yeah.
many of them, if not most of them, are loosely held together rubble piles.
Uh-huh.
And if they come near gravitational sources, tidal forces can stretch them.
All right.
Parabolic. Gravitational forces after it reached its peak up here and came back down, and yet a thinking creature started the process. Okay, it doesn't mean.
Aliens.
Of course, I want that to be aliens.
Okay, so
That's the whole
Okay.
point of this question that
here's
I've
the
never
problem.
finished.
Here's the problem. This thing came in, moving fast.
Yeah.
In fact, it has escape velocity, a hyperbolic orbit.
What?
Okay, hyperbolic trajectory.
Okay.
It's like what we say hyperbolic. Hyper is,
Yeah.
it's got more energy.
Hyperbolic, that's the word of the day. Whoa.
Hyperbolic. There's parabolic, for example.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, the reason why it's probably not aliens is its trajectory around the sun was completely determined by gravitational forces.
How do you know?
Because we know, we calculate this.
That's actually not
Oh,
true.
look at this. Look at this. See this? See that? That trajectory was completely controlled by gravitational forces after it reached its peak up here and came back down, and yet a thinking creature started the process. Okay, it doesn't mean if this came in, you go, oh, gravity did that, but somebody made it go to here.
Okay, so you guys kind of get the drift there. Alright guys, it's getting really hot back here. I don't know if we made it to the entire hour here. I hope you guys enjoyed
Seamus Davis, isn't it, Doctor?
Science Thursdays.
Seamus Davis pictures Mr. Ritter.
Like I said, I'd like to continue the class, but if you haven't noticed, I'm drenched in sweat because for some reason there's been a huge heat wave here in Hawaii, and it's been really humid. It's supposed to rain. This is when the rainy season is supposed to start, and it's supposed to bust out with thunderstorms, which isn't really good for the outside CATs.
What entertainment? Crying face.
But yeah, I don't think I can continue
Disappointed.
much longer. Don't be disappointed, guys. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, at the same time. So you guys can make sure to see me then. But it's not good for me to work like this in this hot heat, covering in sweat. But we did learn a lot today, believe it or not. We learned about elliptical orbits, circular orbits,
Continue topless.
and hyperbolic orbits. I can't continue topless. I'll continue for. I'll continue for a little bit.
Entertainment. I recommend getting a window AC unit. Just put it in a window, plug it into an outlet, and it cools the room.
Well, yes, but then it would be very loud. I have a bunch of fans. I can't turn the fans on when I'm live streaming because you won't be able to hear me as well. So I'm in this room with the studio lights with no fans. Whew. But don't worry, the weather is getting cooler, and it's going to be a lot better. Plus, I'm here every day, Monday through Friday. But yeah, I can't. I have to cut it early. It's one of the hottest days of the year, class. I'm sorry. I don't know where you guys are at, but it's really hot in Hawaii. I will end with. I hope you guys are inspired to look into Oumuamua more, because there will be other objects that enter the solar system, very similar to Oumuamua.
It's all right.
Oumuamua is just the very first object. And the future of astronomy and archaeology actually is going to be the study of alien artifacts. And that's the most fascinating thing to take from this lecture. And, Oumuamua, we didn't get a chance to obtain it. But the next object that comes through, it's going to be a treasure trove of alien technology that's going to change the world and change humankind unlike anything else we've ever found. That's why, in my opinion, it may have been worth going out and intercepting Oumuamua because of the treasure that leaves there, the technology. And that's what I feel.
Mr.G.
I feel that the aliens are going to send us something, and that within our lifetimes, especially within your guys' lifetime, the study of future archaeology is going to be the study of ancient alien artifacts, I swear. And once we determine that aliens exist and that we're not alone, we're not going to be able to essentially contact aliens, but we're going to find a great treasure trove of their existence, and they're also going to pass down immense amounts of knowledge that mankind has never seen before. And I firmly believe that in my heart, and that's going to happen in our lifetimes. So it's a good time to be alive. Thanks everybody for watching the stream. We'll be back again tomorrow, Monday through Friday. Don't forget, I'm here live Monday through Friday. Thanks everybody, Mrs. J, Lita, Nessa, Uncle Meads. I appreciate all you guys. We'll be doing longer streams in the future. This is the point of the year that it's really hot, and to work in this condition without air conditioning or fans, so I can't go longer than an hour or two. So good night. Here, I'll give you guys a little treat here. We'll go ahead and end it with Nessa, you weren't here yesterday, so we're gonna end it with give the kitties a little treats here. Come on, guys. Say goodbye to the cats. Hey, thanks, Mrs. J. Everybody join my Discord. It's the best way to keep up. Come on. Hey, guys. We got a little bitchy there. She's a cutie. And we're gonna call on. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Come on, guys. You want some Tweeters?
Mrs. J, the mermaid pig. Kitty crew.
It's a kitty tweet crew, and we like what we do, because we dance and kiss and love each other, and it's cute. Aw, you giving her levels? I don't know about that, but it's alright. You giving your buddy? Keanu and Peach have become good friends. Exactly, baby buddies. They stick together. They stick together.
Mrs. J, the mermaid Mozzie.
Moses, you're missing all the fun again. Oh, sorry, Keanu, I got it on your face. I got it all over your face like you were a porn star. Hey, Peaches. Aw, you're the little one. You don't know how to do it. This is a special gift from Bella, the beautiful Bella Smiles. This is from Bella, guys. She's a good girl. Paige is a good kitty too. Moses, you missed all the fun. Whoa. So guys, thanks. I hope you enjoyed class today. I know I sound like a broken record, but class is Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock Hawaii time. And if you know anybody that's looking into online education, I'd really appreciate any of the new viewers, you know. I'm not necessarily looking...
Mrs. J, the mermaid slime cats with hard eyes.
I'd really like more viewers, so if you have a Facebook or Instagram or any way to share, or if you're not following me on any of the social media, you know, come on, don't need to swipe us. It's a cute fish, a cutie. Oh, God, I'm gonna stand her. You a stand her? Wow, what the vipers? Finger Peaches.
Dope Boy Magic. See you out tomorrow, G.
Thanks, Dope Boy. Yep, every day, guys. I haven't missed but one day in 4 weeks. I think this is the 4th week. So, you know, I know the streams are been a little short, but remember, every day, Monday through Friday, if it's a weekday and you're bored, stop in and say hi to Mr. G. All right, guys?
I share every stream on my MySpace.
Thank you, Zetus. Thanks, everybody. Another great class. Tomorrow is Health Friday, and looking forward to that. We'll go over Oumuamua a little bit more next week. And once again, guys, I appreciate you guys and everybody. GX in the chat, thanks. Just think 1 year from now, if I do this Monday through Friday, every day, every weekday, then 1 year from now, I'll remember, once we have 100 to 200 viewers every stream, I'll remember the real ones that are here. So GX in the chat, everybody. Aloha from Hawaii. Bye, Lita, Mrs. J. Big Block, if you're watching, we need your help. Aloha, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. We cats.